I knew from the very beginning that this guru is something special.
Baba is a revolutionary par excellence. He brings change in every area of life.
Baba to me is the oneness of everything.
It's a very miraculous, very powerful person.
He gives love so
Indira
much.
Gandhi got it in her head that Baba would be her downfall.
My guru is in jail because he opposes this whole system.
He propounded one theory known as proud, and that was the cause for persecution.
Baba did not come randomly to this planet. He came with a mission, and he came at a critical juncture in history. After my return from India, a few months later, I was traveling around the United States, hitchhiking, telling everyone about the 16 points, the spiritual discipline that Baba had compiled and that no one really knew yet, and about Prout. And on that journey, twice around the USA, hitchhiking, almost every day to a new place, I had many experiences, but one dream made a huge impact on my life over the next 7 years. In that dream, Baba said to me, "April will be a very good month, and in May, I will come out." My interpretation of the dream was that something good is going to happen in the month of April, and in May, Baba's going to come out of jail. However, as we know, so every year would roll around, and every April I would get excited, and every May I would be wondering, is it possible that Baba is going to come out? Finally, in the year 1978, I had received an assurance in 1977, late 1977, I received an assurance directly from Baba that our next meeting would not be in the jail once more, but that I could choose the place. I could choose the time. So in 1978, in the month of May, early in May, I flew to India with a determination to meet Baba in his house, not in the jail, but in his house only. I expected Baba was coming out in the month of May, but it didn't happen. Being a rather stubborn person, I waited till June and through July, and finally on August 2nd, Baba came out of jail. I was confused. Baba had told me he's going to come out in the month of May. He came out in the month of August. The next year, 1979, we had a very good April. Baba was refusing to travel unless at the airport itself, the Margi brothers were out in force dancing Tandava, this old Shaivite dance created by Shiva with skull and daggers, symbolizing the fight between good and evil, life and death. And in the month of April, finally in the month of April, the Supreme Court of India recognized Ananda Marga as a bona fide spiritual path, and that Tandava was one of our compulsory rites. Henceforth, it was possible for the Margis to dance Tandava at the airport as Baba was arriving and leaving. Till then, the government of West Bengal had banned the practice. The government of India was also opposed. And so having gotten that clearance, having won what we call the Tandava case, Baba was free to travel, and in May of 1979, Baba embarked on his first world tour. That year, he completed 2 world tours. Even before Baba came out of jail, August 2nd, 1982, even before he came out of jail, Baba started to expand the organization. He added some, I forget the number, 20 or 30 different new departments, wings. He expanded everything tremendously. We got people's day schools and people's night schools. We had got so many new departments and wings before Baba came out of jail. And as soon as Baba came out of jail, that expansion went on increasing. Of course, the one thing that's clear in any objective analysis of Baba's life is that he really knew what was coming. He gave his 16 points, his comprehensive spiritual path, just before he went into jail so that everyone knew what they were going to do. He knew he was coming out of jail, so he wanted to come out with a running start. So he gave a whole bunch of new organizations. Every step of the way was planned. At the very end of his life, he waited till the last 8 years of his life to begin to give his music 5,000 songs. Nobody would do such a thing if they didn't know that I have this fixed amount of time to give what I have to give.
And this was very, very big events, very big crowd in everywhere, because Baba came out the prison, many Margis have not seen Baba, so they gathered in one place.
You're higher than the mountain peaks. You're deeper than the deepest sea. And your greatness is everywhere.
So many scriptures say so many things, and they are sometimes contradictory to one another. Now what to do? What an ordinary man is to do? Whom to follow and whom not to follow? Smritayo Vivinna. There are so many social codes in the world. Whom to follow and whom not to follow. And amongst the intellectuals, there are diversities of opinions. One intellectual doesn't support the views of others. And it is the greatest weakness of intellectuals that they always encourage disunity. They always support heterogeneity. And one spiritual aspirant once upon a time remarked that these intellectuals are the polished satans. Naika muniri yashamatam na vinnam. Then where lies the secret of dharma? Dharma means spirituality, not spiritualism but spirituality. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. Now, the supreme entity, the controlling entity, the final stance of dharma lies coverted within one's own I feeling. That is, you have to search internally and not externally. Everything is within you, because the Paramapurusha always remains with you within the very core of your heart. So search within, O the spiritual aspirant, not without but within your very existence. Mahajano jena gata sapantha. So you are to follow the path, you are to follow the cult, and you are to do according to the approaches done by the aspirants in the past, the kaulas of the past. You are to be practical in your life of occult science. Your only object of ideation is Paramapurusha and not any dogma nor any scripture.
On the first tour, he visited Switzerland, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, France, and Spain. The second tour began in Thailand, then moved on to Taiwan, Greece, Israel, Turkey, Iceland, Germany, Jamaica, and finally Venezuela. Baba was declined a visa to the USA, and Baba himself declined to set foot in England. On the second of the two world tours, Baba was also denied entry to the Philippines, despite having received a valid visa. However, in 1969, Baba had already visited the Philippines twice.
সাগর হব পার আজিকে সাগর হব পার থেকে যেই বা ডাকুক নিরুৎসাহ যেই বা করুক পিছে থেকে যেই বা ডাকুক নিরুৎসাহ যেই বা করুক ভয়ের কথা বলু কথা শুনবো না তার, সাগর হব পার আজিকে, সাগর হব পার, সাগর হব পার আজিকে, সাগর হব পার। তুফানি ওই ঢেউয়ের পরে নিস্তরঙ্গ দুটি ঝরে, তুফানি ওই ঢেউয়ের পরে নিস্তরঙ্গ দুটি ঝরে, আসা যাওয়ার পর পারে ডাকে শান্তি অপার, সাগর হব পার আজিকে, সাগর হব পার। তোমার নামের তরি দে সাগর হব পার, তোমার নামের তরি বে সাগর হব পার, সাগর হব পার আজিকে, সাগর হব পার। কুজ্ঝটিকা ঝোড়ো হাওয়া, কুজ্ঝটিকা ঝোড়ো হাওয়া, মানি না ভাটা জোয়ার, সাগর হব পার আজিকে, সাগর হব পার, সাগর হব